Everyone, welcome to the show. So, New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez and his co-defendants, Wael Hanna, I believe is how you pronounce it, and Fred Davies, they have been found guilty. So, yesterday, the jury found Menendez guilty on all 16 counts with which he was charged. You guys might recall he was indicted a while back for various crimes, things like accepting bribes, wire fraud, obstruction of justice, a bunch of other things. The government accused Menendez of using his position of power on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee to push through deals for foreign businessmen. And they said that Menendez helped these foreign friends of his to avoid criminal investigations of their own. And then in return, Menendez basically got cash, got that paper. Prosecutors said, he was given $150,000 worth of gold bars. They gave him a Mercedes-Benz, hundreds of dollars in cash. So Menendez first denied the allegations. Then he later laughably blamed his wife, who is not a sitting member of Congress, who had nothing to do with the laws being passed. But anyway, another one of Menendez's co-defendants, a man named Jose Uribe, he decided to flip. He took a plea deal. So he testified against Menendez and the others, and the jury said, yeah, they're guilty. They agreed with the government. There were some bizarre things that came out in this trial, too. So for one, Menendez apparently used a bell to summon his wife. Now, she wasn't his wife at the time, which makes me really question why she didn't run at that point. But anyway, Uribe testified he met with Menendez once in 2019, and they got together to discuss this whole scheme. And during this meeting, he said that Menendez picked up this little bell. That's how he described it, a quote, little bell. And he rang it. He jingles this bell, and his then girlfriend, future wife Nadine, comes running. She appears, and Menendez asked her, "Oh, can you bring me some paper?" Like a dog, like a dog to scrub for the customer. It's not sexy, it's animal. Anyway, I don't know what was with me with Beverly Hills Cop lately. Anyway, Menendez used that paper apparently to write down all the details about which companies he was going to shield from investigation. And Uribe said to the jury that he texted one of their co-defendants later that night, and he said that the whole thing was, quote, super weird. And then the jury was also shown photos of jackets, boots, and bags that were filled with $500,000 in cash. There was a plastic bag that contained $95,000, and Menendez's Senate jacket, which also had cash stuffed inside. So they saw these photos. Menendez's sister, she testified on his behalf, and she blamed their Cuban heritage for all of the cash in his house. She said, "Oh, no, it's nothing untoward." She's told the jury that it's, quote, a Cuban thing. And she said, quote, "Daddy always said, don't trust the banks." Now, as for the gold bars, the prosecutor was able to tie them to Menendez's shady dealings because of his Google searches. So evidently, after he came back from a trip to Egypt, Menendez Googled the term, quote, "How much is 1 kilo of gold worth?" Whoops. So anyway, no word as to when he's going to be sentenced. His wife, by the way, still needs to go on trial. Apparently, her trial was delayed because she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And then they announced that she was going to be undergoing treatment, which included a mastectomy. So we'll see what happens with that. In the meantime, Democrats are saying he's got to go. They are demanding that Menendez resign. New Jersey Democratic Governor Phil Murphy, he posted on Twitter, he said, everyone is accountable to our laws. And he said, I will go ahead and appoint a new senator if Menendez will step down. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and New Jersey Senator Cory Booker have both called for him to leave as well. And New Jersey Congressman Andy Kim also has said, gotta go. Dude's got to go. So Menendez seems to be defiant at this point. He has been. He seems like he's just going to ride it out, remain through the rest of his term. And here's the real sticking point. This is the real fear that everyone has. If he continues his run for Senate, because he is still running, like with all of this hanging over his head, he is still running. But instead of running as a Democrat, he decided to run as an independent because his own party was giving him so much grief. So what they're afraid of is that he's going to siphon off enough left-leaning votes that he's going to end up handing that seat to the Republicans, which has been solidly Democratic. So we'll see. I will keep you all posted. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.